Chisaki, Blue Futon, and out of the box or out of the wall, we have Oculus, not the VR game or the VR system. It's based off a mirror, I think. Yeah, it's a mirror, not mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland. Oculus. Let's see if Oculus is worth their time. So what's Oculus about? Well, it's pretty simple. It's about a haunted mirror. Well, we have a family, a husband, a wife, a son, and a daughter. And the husband is getting possessed by this mirror by this weird lady at the same time. So is the mom kind of going crazy. And who is killing who in this movie? Are we flashing back and forward to the past, the present? Are they going to destroy this mirror? Can they? Or will people die in the process? So what I like about this movie, we gotta think about this director. Let me get this director so I don't mess it up, because this director has actually done a lot of stuff you've probably heard of. This guy is called Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan. Have you heard of him? Yes. He has done Doctor Sleep, The Haunting of Hill House, as well as there's another one on Netflix, the Stephen King short story that's actually really, really good, about a wife who's handcuffed to the bed and there's dogs and stuff maybe in their room as well. That's a very good movie. His type of style is very slow, methodical, and not a lot of jump scares. None of his movies or TV shows have jump scares. It's more of, let's give you a story and let's try to freak you out with what the story is supposed to tell you. And with Oculus, it's one of his better ones, even though it's one of his past movies. Like Doctor Sleep, it was okay, it was a little too long, but I just felt like I felt more in depth, more invested. Sorry, with Oculus, with the acting, the atmosphere, the claustrophobia of just being in a house. And that's what I also think I liked about this movie. There wasn't a lot of sound stages. Yes, the only sound stage was the main room with the cameras in the mirror of what they're trying to figure out of who's moving the cameras. Why are the plants dying? Are they going to kill this dog? Who is going to kill who in this movie? Who is real? Who is fake? What's the past? What's the present? Well, knowing the past and the present is pretty easy with the kids and everything. But there are some confusing moments of, is the people from the past actually seeing the people from the future, or vice versa? Like, are they actually seeing each other, or is it just more of a psychological, I'm seeing what I saw in the past? Or that's really what it is. I think it's the people in the future are seeing what happened in the past in different aspects, because the sister sees something differently as well as the brother sees something differently. It's an hour and 45-minute movie. It went by pretty quick. It's a solid movie. It's not a happy-go-lucky ending, and you kind of knew it wasn't, because this director, what he does, there's not a lot of happy-go-lucky stuff in his type of movies. By default, some negatives. There are a little bit, like I said, confusing aspects. I wish we knew a little bit more about the mirror. Yeah, we understand that this had like 45 deaths with the mirror, and it kind of goes like from the ocean to Europe, comes to the States. But I kind of wish there was a little bit more backstory, because it felt like they're just like, because Carrie Gillian's, but it's like in 1897, and then this, and then this, and then this is with the mirror. I kind of wish who this lady was possessing the father, and why is it a lady? Is it always a lady, or is it just any entity the mirror has taken? So that's what's got me just like, okay, maybe. But overall, Oculus is a solid movie. It holds up. Great acting, great directing. The writing's great. The atmosphere is perfect. Like I said, I love the claustrophobia of how it's actually a house. They're actually filming in a house. It ain't a soundstage. So Oculus will receive a 4 out of 5 blue futons, which equals that 80%. So see the critics' new scores it gave this one. So the critics is 75% with 151, and the audience score of 53% with 45, 7, 46. Here's critic consensus. With the emphasis on dread over gore and an ending that leaves the door wide open for sequels, Oculus could be just the first spine-tingling chapter in a new franchise for discerning horror fans. I have to 100% agree. I thought, ooh, this would be a good sequel of keeping the people who actually survived, a couple years later, which would work perfectly, because I think this movie came out in 2013. I think? I'm guessing? 2014. Okay, I was close. But overall, I enjoyed it. It holds up pretty well, actually, for some horror movies, because some horror movies you kind of know, like, okay, that's going to happen. But this one, there's enough dread, there's enough suspense. There's enough stuff that you're like, ooh, does that happen? There are little things, nitpicky things where you're just like, okay, but then it switches on your head of like, oh, was that real or was it not? But anyway, do you rate the 80, the 75, or the 53? Chase out Futon, like, comment, subscribe. One other thing is Futon, Toby, Futon. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, 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 love. If it looks like I'm looking here or the camera, because I don't know if I want to look that way or look this way. Who knows? Who knows?